Today we'll start advanced normal form, and these are the chapter contents. First, we'll see what is multi-value dependency. Then, based on that, we'll see 4NF, 4NF normal form. Then we'll see joint dependency. This is the concept on which 5th NF normal form is 5NF normal form is based on. Okay. Till now we have completed 1NF, then your 2NF, 3NF, and BCNF normal form. What is 1NF normal form? 1NF normal form says that all the data items of the table should be atomic in nature. Okay, that means in each cell only one data item can be present. Then we can say that the table is in 1NF. What is 2NF? The table should be in 1NF and there should not be any partial dependency present. Already we have seen. And in 3NF, the table should be in 2NF and there should not be any transitive dependency present. And in BCNF, all the determinant of the functional dependency should be candidate key or primary key. Okay, that means the determinant should be a candidate key or primary key. Then we call this as BCNF. Now we discuss 4NF normal form. And these are the two advanced normal form. One is your 4NF and another one is your 5NF. And 4NF normal form is based on this multi-value dependency. That's why first we will see what is a multi-value dependency. Okay, a table involves a multi-value dependency if it may contain multiple values for an entity. Okay, a multi-value dependency if multi-value dependent on B exists if for every occurrence of A there exist multiple occurrences in B. That means suppose one relation is here A and B, these are the two attributes, and for A1 B1 is there, and for A1 B2 is there. For one value of here A1, two values in B side present, then this is known as multi-value dependency. That means we can say a multi-value dependent on B. Okay, if A multiple dependent on B and A multiple dependent C, then we have a single attribute A which multi determines two other attributes B and C. Multi-value dependencies are also referred to as tuple generating dependencies. Okay, and generally multi-value dependencies create problem when there are three attributes in a table. That means suppose A, B, C, three attributes are present and A multi-value dependent on B and A multi-value dependent on C, and B and C are independent attributes, then at that moment multi-value dependency create problem. That means redundancy problem it will create. That's why we should avoid such cases where multi-value dependency will be there and more than two attributes will be there and two attributes are independent of each other. Okay, then at that case we should avoid this. Okay, this is here all about your multi-value dependency. And these are the two things. Multi-value dependency X dependent on Y in relation R is called a trivial multi-value dependency if Y is a subset of X, like your normal functional dependency Y is a subset of X, or X union Y is equal to R. Okay, a multi-value dependency that satisfies neither the first nor the second condition. If these two conditions are not satisfied by multi-value functional dependency, then we can call that multi-value functional dependency as a non-trivial multi-value functional dependency. If these two conditions are satisfied, then that is known as trivial multi-value dependency. If these two conditions are not satisfied, then that is known as non-trivial multi-value dependency. And normally multi-value dependencies exist in pair. Okay, we'll see that with example. Then now we'll see fourth normal form, and it is based on this multi-value dependency. A relation is in 4NF if the following two conditions are satisfied simultaneously. One is your it should be in BCNF. That means in every functional dependency all the determinants should be a candidate key or primary key, and it contains no multiple multi-value dependency. Okay, multiple number of multi-value dependencies should not be there. But if one relation is there, suppose two attributes are there A and B, and here A multi-value dependent on B, then it will not create problem. whenever there is multiple number of multi-value dependency, then that we have to avoid to make the table in 4NF. Suppose A, B, C, three attributes are there, and A is multi-value dependent on B, and A is multi-value dependent on C. In that case, and B and C are suppose independent of each other, then we have to avoid such kind of thing to make the table in 4NF. Then we have to break the table to make this table in 4NF. Okay, this is your multiple occurrence of multi-value dependency is present in this case. And also when two attributes are there and multi-value dependency is present, then there will be no problem. Okay, redundancy is less in this case. But whenever such kind of situation arises, that means more than two attributes are present and two or more number of attributes are independent of each other, and more than one multi-value dependencies are there. Such thing we have to avoid in case of 4NF. In other words, the relation is in 4NF if there is no non-trivial multi-value dependency in the relation, or the determinant of any non-trivial multi-value dependency in the relation is a key. This is the condition for your BCNF. This is your condition for BCNF, and this is the condition for your multi-value dependency, non-trivial multi-value dependency. Okay, now we will take one example and we will see. Suppose this is a table, employee table, and the what attributes are name, project, employee is the table, and the attributes are name, project, and hobby. And in this case, name is multi-value dependent on project. Suppose Ashish, one name is name is associated with multiple projects. Ashish is associated with Microsoft, Ashish is associated with Oracle project, Ashish is associated with Microsoft project, Ashish is associated with Oracle project. Okay, we can say name is multi-value dependent on project. Similarly, name is multi-value dependent on hobby also. That means Ashish is associated with reading, Ashish is associated with music. Same entity of this entity set is associated with multiple entity of this entity set. That means this is also multi-value dependency. Then whenever multi-value dependency is there, it is not in 4NF. Okay, and in this case, in employee table, how the key will be formed? Because name is multi-value dependent on project and name is multi-value dependent on hobby. Then which will be the key? Here, the combination of all the three attributes become the key. That means combinedly name, project, and hobby becomes the key of this table or primary key of this table. The primary key of this table is combination of name, project, and hobby attribute. Okay. Then in this case, we have to see each name in this case, name to project. Each name can when the primary key constitute all the attributes of the table, then we can say the table is in BCNF. Okay. In BCNF, this table is in BCNF. That means first condition of 4NF is satisfied. But second condition is no multi-value dependency, multiple number of multi-value dependencies will be present. And in that case, it fails. Okay, that means this table is not in your 4NF. Then to make it in 4NF, we have to break the table into two parts. First, in one table, we will keep name and project. Okay, name and project. Your name and project is present in one table, employee project. And another table, we will keep name and hobby. Okay, name and hobby we will keep. This functional dependency, name multi-value dependent on project, that will be present here in this table, and name multi-value dependent on hobby will be present in this table. Name multiple dependent on hobby. But in this case, multi-value dependency is there. And in this case, another thing I want to explain, this project and hobby are independent of each other. Independent of each other. Whenever multiple number of multi-value dependencies there and two attributes are independent of each other, then at that moment redundancy increases. Okay, and such situation is avoidable in case of 4NF. If such kind of situation is there, then what the redundancy will be more, and if we avoid that by breaking the original relation into multiple relations, then redundancy can be reduced. Okay. And that's why this is your this thing we have to avoid. Multiple number of multi-value dependency is present and two attributes are independent of each other. Okay, then in this case, just see name and project we have kept. Then here for Ashish Microsoft is there, for Ashish Oracle is there, for Ashish Microsoft is there. 4 entries are there, but it has been reduced to 2 entry. Here Ashish is related, Microsoft Ashish is related with Oracle. Similarly, Vikas, Intel, Vikas, Sybase. Similarly, in this employee and hobby, Ashish with reading, Ashish with music, Vikas with riding, Vikas with movies. That means some of the what redundancy has reduced by breaking this table. Now we'll see whether these tables are in 4NF or not. And which will be the key in this case, as it is a multi-value dependent. That means name and project becomes the key in this table, and here name and hobby becomes the key of this table. Okay, whenever all the attributes of the tables are in constitutes the key, then this should be in BCNF. That means first condition is satisfied, and all the attributes are involved. That means it should be in BCNF. Then the second condition we have to see, and here multiple number of multi-value dependency is not present, only multi-value dependency is present. And whenever two attributes are there and multi-value dependency is present, then there will be no problem. That means that is not creating problem. That's why second condition is satisfied, no multi-value dependency is present. And in this case also, no multi-value dependency is present. This condition is satisfied. That means this table will be in 4NF and this table will be in 4NF. Okay. Then we will see another example. Suppose student department course. In this case, just see the student ID is multi-value dependent on department. Student ID is functionally dependent on department, and the student ID is multiple value dependent on course. Okay, student ID is multi-value dependent on course, and student ID is functionally dependent on department. In this case, what we have to do, whether this table is in 4NF or not. First, we have to check whether it is in BCNF or not, and all the key, all the attributes of this table combinedly becomes the key, primary key of this table. That means here it is BCNF which is satisfied in this case. Then second thing, multiple MVD, multi-value dependencies should not be present. But in this case, multi-value dependency is present. Multi-value dependency is present. Student ID to course, that is multi-value dependency is present. But here department and course are independent of each other. This will create problem. Okay, department is independent with course. This will create problem. That's why this should not be present. Okay, that's why multi-value it will create problem. That means this table is not in 4NF. To make this table in 4NF, we have to break the table into multiple tables. Okay, first we will create student ID with a department in one table and student ID with course in another table. Okay, when I will make student ID with department, the student ID to department functional dependency is preserved here, and student ID to course, this multiple dependency is present here. Okay, and in this case, which will be the key? Here student ID will be the key, and in this case student ID and course combinedly becomes the key of this table. Okay, whether this is in 4NF or not. First one is it should be in BCNF. Yes, one functional dependency is there, and that is a key. That means it is in BCNF. Then second one is no multi-value dependency is there. Yes, that is also satisfied. That means this is in 4NF. Similarly, in this case, we have to see first key. What will be the key? The student ID and course combinedly becomes the key. That means whenever in a table, all the attributes are combinedly becomes the key of the table. That is in BCNF. And second condition is here student ID, here multi-value dependency is there, but as independent attributes are not present in this case. That's why it will not create problem. That means this is also satisfied. That means this table is also in 4NF. Okay, now we'll see another example. In this case, ISBN author phone number. In this case, we have to see the ISBN with author ID is multi-value dependency is present, and author ID with phone number multi-value dependency is present. Okay, in this case, so what to do? Then whether this is in 4NF or not, as multi-value dependencies are present, it is not in 4NF. To make it 4NF, we have to divide this table into two tables. Okay, I have divided this table into two tables. In this ISBN and author ID is present. In this case, author ID and phone number is present. Okay, and this functional dependency ISBN to author ID is present here. ISBN to author ID and author ID to phone number is present here. Author ID to phone number is present here. And in this case, another thing, multiple number of multi-value dependencies are there, as well as ISBN with phone number. These are independent of each other. ISBN with phone number. These are independent attributes are present. And whenever independent attributes are there, at that moment redundancy increases. That will create problem. That's why it should be avoided. That's why we have break this table into two tables. Okay. In this case, multi-value dependency is there. And what will be the key in this case? First table. In this case, all attributes combinedly becomes the key of the table. That's why it is in PCNF first table. And it is in multiple number of multi-value dependencies that this second condition is not satisfied. That means not in foreign. In this case, just see which will be the key, because it is a multi-value dependency, ISBN to author ID. Then what will be the key? ISBN and author ID combinedly becomes the key of the table. That means BCNF. And multi-value dependency is there, but whenever two attributes are there, multi-value dependency will be there, then there will be no problem. That means that is not multi-value dependency. That means second condition is satisfied. That means this table is in 4NF. Similarly, in this case also, both the attributes combinedly becomes the key, and two attributes are there and multi-value dependency is there. No multiple number of multi-value dependency is present. That's why first condition as well as second conditions are satisfied. That means this table is also in 4N. Okay. Now we'll see joint dependency. What is a joint dependency? A relation R satisfies joint dependency R1, R2, Rn if R is equal to join of R1, R2 to Rn on the common attributes, where Ri is a subset of the relation R. That means R satisfies joint dependency if R is equal to R1, R2, Rn. Actually, in case of normalization, what we are doing? In case of normalization, every time we are doing? Every time we are dividing the original relation R into multiple relations. Okay. And this joint dependency says we can divide a table into multiple number of relations until when R is equal to, suppose I have divided this into R1, R2 and R3 until when R1 natural join R2 natural join R3. That means we can divide this table into multiple number of tables until when we will combine all the decomposed relation in natural join, then we should get this original relation. Till that time we can divide this table, and this is known as joint dependency. If this is satisfied, that is known as joint dependency. Okay, we'll see the 5NF or fifth normal form is based on this joint dependency. What are they? Two conditions has to be satisfied to be a table in 5NF. First one is it should be in 4NF, and every joint dependency is implied by the candidate keys, or in other words, a relation is in 5NF if the 4NF and decomposition is lossless type. That means suppose one dealer table is there, and whether it is in 5NF or not, we have to see. Here, two multi-value dependencies are there, dealer to parts and dealer to customer. Multiple number of multi-value dependencies are there, and that's why it is not in 4NF. Okay. Then to make it in 4NF, we have to divide this into two tables. I have divided it into dealer to parts and dealer to customer. Okay. When I have divided this into dealer to parts and dealer to customer, first we have to see here. Here, which will be the key? Dealer and parts combinedly becomes the key. That means it is in BCNF. Then multi-value dependencies there, but independent attributes are not present. That means only two attributes are there, one multi-value dependency there. There will be no problem. That means this relation will be in 4NF. Similarly, in this case also, both the attributes combined become the primary key. That means first condition, that is BCNF condition, is satisfied for 4NF. And second condition is here, multi-value dependency is there, but independent attributes are not there. That means second condition is satisfied. That means this table is in 4NF. But whether these tables are in, when we have broken this table into two parts, whether this is in 5NF or not, we have to check. If joint dependency is there, then we can say that if these two tables are in 5NF. Joint dependency means when we will do natural join among these two tables, if we will get the original relation, then we can say that joint dependency is present. First, see here, dealer is the common attribute. Okay, D1, then D1, P1, C1 is present. D1, P1, C1 is present. Okay, then D1, P1 C2 is present, D1 P1 C2 is present. Okay, then D1 P2 C1 D1 P2, then here C1 D1 P2 C1 is present. Then sorry, D1 P2 C1 is there. Then D1 P2 C2 D1 P2 C2 is not present. That attribute is not present. D1 P2 C2 is not present. And another thing is D2 P1 C1 D2 P1 C1 is present. And another some spurious attributes will come, then D1 P2 C2 will be not there. Okay, here not there. That's why some spurious attribute, extra attribute, rows will come when we will do natural join this with this. That means original relation with some extra what rows we will see. Then that means the table will be not in year 5NF in this case. Then we will see if we divide the table into multiple parts, that is three sections. That means in one table dealer and parts will be there, another table dealer and customer will be there, another table parts and customer will be there. Then if we do the natural join, whether we will get all the rows or not, D1 P1 in this case D1 C1, sorry, D1 P1 C1, then D1 P1 C2, then D1 P2 C1 D1 P2 C2, then D2 P1 C1 D2 P1 C1. Okay, D2 is common in this case, D2 P1 C1. Okay, then when we will do natural join these with these parts, okay, your parts is here common. Okay, these parts, then we will see whether all the rows will come up dealer table or not. Okay, then D1 P1 C1, then C1, then D1 P1 C1 will come. Okay, then D1 P1 C2, P1 parts is same, so D1 P1 C2 will come. Yes, then D1 D1 P1 C2 will come. Then D1 P2 P2 is common, then C2 D1 P2 C2 D1 P2 C1 D1 P2 C1. Yes, D1 P2 C1 is there. Yes, then D2 P1 C1 D2 P1 C1. That means all the rows of the original relation will come when we will do natural join with this table and this parts customer table. That means we can say the join dependency is satisfied for this table. That means dealer table is equal to dealer parts join dealer customer join natural join parts customer. That means join dependency is satisfied in this case. And here it will be in 4NF, it will be in 4NF, and it will be in 4NF. That means if all the relations are in 4NF and joint dependency is present, that means both the conditions are satisfied of 5NF. Okay, when both the condition of 5NF are satisfied, that means the relation will be in 5NF. That means all the relation, this dealer parts, dealer customer, and parts customer, all will be in 5NF. This is all about your fifth normal form. Another example of 5NF. In this case, one original relation is there R. We have to check whether this relation is 5NF or not. And if this relation is not in 5NF, then we have to convert it into 5NF. Suppose R is there, then I have told you a relation is said to be in 5NF if it is in 4NF, and second condition is their joint dependency should be there. First, we have to check whether this relation is in 4NF or not. Here, what are the functional dependency present in this case? Suppose here DBMS subject is related with professor. Okay. Suppose one subject OS, one subject DSA. DSA can have multiple values in in this attribute. That means one to many. That means multi-value dependency is present here. Multiple multi-value dependency is present. That means subject multi-value dependent on professor in this case, and professor multi-value dependent on semester in this case. Okay. For same professor Alok is taking semester 5th and 3rd. Okay. Then here subject to semester is there in relationship? Yes. In this case subject to semester is also relationship is there. Multi-value dependency is there subject to semester. Okay. Whenever multiple number of multi-value dependency is present, that means the relation is not in 4NF. That's why this relation is not in 4NF. To make this relation to be in 4NF, we have to divide it into multiple number of relations R1, R2 and R3. What we have taken for this multi-value dependency, we have taken subject and professor in one table, and for this multi-value dependency, we have taken professor and semester in another table. Okay. And for this subject to semester multi-value dependency, we have taken another relation R3 here. Okay, all the multi-value dependencies are present. Then check whether R1 is present in 4NF or not. A relation will be in 4NF if it is in BCNF and there should not be any multiple number of multi-value dependencies there. Okay, that means mainly whenever two attributes are there and multi-value dependency is there, that will not create any problem. Whenever independent attributes are there, okay, two attributes are there which are independent of each other, and more than two attributes are present in that relation, and multi-value dependency is present. In that case, it will create problem. More number of repeating groups will come or redundancy will come. At that moment, that will not in your multi-value dependency violation will be there. Okay, but in this case there will be no violation. But in this case, first you check the R here, which will be the primary key or candidate key. In this case, just see in subject repeating groups are there, in professor repeating groups are there, and in semester also repeating groups are there. Okay, that means is taking a single attribute, we cannot but define each and every row of the table. Okay, that's why you have to combine all the attributes to form the candidate key or primary key. Okay, that's why all attributes will combinedly taken as the candidate key in this case. Okay, and when I have divided it into R1, in this case, the dependency is your subject to professor. Subject to professor. This is also a multi-value dependency. And here, which will be the key? Both subject and professor combinedly will be the key. Similarly, in this case, professor to semester will be the functional dependency. In this case also professor and semester combinedly become the primary key. And in R3, what will be the functional dependency? Subject to semester will be the functional dependency. And in this case also subject and semester combinedly becomes the candidate key or primary key. Okay. Then we will see whether when we are dividing the original relation to multiple relation, whether all the relations are in 4NF or not. To be in 5NF, first condition is 4NF. It should be all should be in 4NF. It will be in 4NF because two attributes are there and both are combinedly becomes the candidate key. That means BCNF, the table is in BCNF, and a multi-value dependency is there, but multiple number of multi-value dependency is not present. That means both the condition of 4NF are satisfied. That means the table is in 4NF. This table will also be in 4NF. This table will also be in 4NF. Okay. Now we'll see whether joint dependency is present in this relation or not. What is joint dependency? If we will join R1, natural join R2, natural join R3, if we will get the original relation R, then we can say that joint dependency is present. First, we will make natural join among R1 and R2. Okay, then what result we will get? R1 natural join R2. Okay, then what field we will get? Subject professor, then your semester. In subject DBMS, we will get DBMS, Omeo, then 3. Omeo is here, other places no. Then OS, Alog, then 5, then again OS, Alog, 3. Okay. Then your CN, Alog, 5, CN. Alok 3, then your DSA Kunal 5, DSA Kunal 5, then DSA Meenakshi 5. Okay, in this case just see the OS Alok 3, that is OS Alok 5 is present, but OS Alok 3, that is a spurious tuple, that is not present in original relation, that is coming. And CN Alok 3, a CN Alok 5, CN Alok 5, that is also a spurious tuple. That means when we are joining this R1 and R2, we are not getting this original relation. That's why if we divide the original relation into two tables, then we cannot say that joint dependency is there. Now we will join this R1 join R2 with R3, then we will see what result we will get. Okay, here subject and semester, here subject and semester both are in common. That's why what result we will get, R1 join R2 join R3. Now the result will be subject, professor, then your semester. In this case first DBMS and 3 is there. Okay, then DBMS, Omeo 3 is there. Then your OS Alok 5, OS and 5 is there. That means OS Alok 5 will be there. Then OS Alok 3, OS and 3 is there. No, that means that tuple will not come. Then CN Alok 5, CN and 5 not present, that means that will not come. CN Alok 3, CN and 3 is present, that means CN Alok 3. Then DSA Kunal 5, DSA 5 is present, that means DSA Kunal 5. Then DSA Meenakshi 5, DSN 5 is present, that means DSA Meenakshi 5. That means when we will do the natural join among all the relations, we will get these tuples. Okay, these tuples means these are present in your original relation or not, we have to say. DBMS Omeo 3 is present in original relation, OS Alok 5 present in original relation, CN Alok 3 present in original relation, DSA Kunal 5, DSA Meenakshi 5. Only these 5 tuples are present in the original relation. That means we can say in between this among this R1, R2 and R3, joint dependency is present. That means all the table are in 4NF and joint dependency is present. That means we can say all these R1, R2 and R3 are in 5NF, fifth normal form. This is all about your 5NF. Denormalization. Advantages of normalization is it removes data redundancy, it solves insertion, updation, and the deletion anomalies. Already we have seen, and this makes it easier to maintain in the database in a consistent state. Yes. Then what are the disadvantages of normalization? It leads to more table in database. This thing we have to consider here. Okay. It leads to more tables in database. Actually, normalization process is dealing with breaking of the original relation into multiple relations. And when we break the original relation into multiple relations, some problem arises. What is that problem? It leads to more table in a database, and when more number of tables will be involved in a database, what happens? For retrieving the records or information, these tables need to be joined back together, which is an expensive task. Okay, suppose I want to get some information, then it will take longer period of time. That means inside to get that information back to you in background, we have to do some join operation among the tables. Then it will be cost effective. Okay, it is a costly thing. Okay, that is the main disadvantage of normalization. Thus sometimes it is worth denormalizing, and sometimes what happens, to reduce the redundancy we have decomposed the original relation into multiple relations. But when we have decomposed the original relation into multiple relations, at that moment to retrieve some information it will be a costly affair. For that purpose, what happens? Denormalizing happens. That means some of the tables are again combined to for less number of relations, less number of tables. Okay, that is here known as denormalizing process. And once a normalized database design has been achieved, adjustment can be made with the potential consequences anomalies in mind. And possible denormalization steps include the following. These are the steps while denormalization process we have to follow. Recombining relations that were split to specify normalization rule. All the normalizations should be satisfied. And strong redundant data in tables, storing redundant data in tables and storing summarized data in tables. And denormalization is opposite of normalization, and it is the process of increasing redundancy in the database either for convenience or to improve the performance. Okay. To increase the performance, sometimes redundancy is required. Okay, even if redundancy is present, then that will not create problem. Okay, because uh, to improve the performance, we have to but we have to deal with the redundancy. That means even if redundancy is present, then that will not create problem. That means we have to adjust with redundancy to increase the performance or improve the performance. This is all about advanced normal form, and thank you.